Good morning, it's Friday and welcome to today's episode of Choir Leader in a Kayak. I'm not in a kayak for obvious reasons, but I am in something that's a bit wobbly. I'm in my wobbly chair in my garden. You probably can't quite tell, but I'm on one of these beautiful pod chairs that swings and allows you to watch the world go round. Today's episode is all about wobbles, and I'm sure that you've had all sorts of different emotions this past week. I've certainly had lots and lots of wobbles, and it's learning how to manage those and to accept that life is very, very wobbly at the moment. So this past week I've had to learn all sorts of new skills, as I'm sure you've had. I'm a big stickler for routine. I really try hard to do the same things at the same time, and that really helps my mental health as well as my physical. But I've had to change a routine and do new things, and I've also learned that I've had to let go this week. I've had to let go of some preconceived ideas. I've had to let go of my routine. Some things I've made longer. Some of my shorter walks have become very long, reflective walks in solitude, where the only company I have is nature and listening to the birds, and it really has helped during this very wobbly time. Some of the choir members who've come over to my virtual choirs on the platform Zoom have really enjoyed discovering things about their own voice that perhaps they wouldn't be brave enough to discover if they were in a choir setting. So from something that felt quite not negative, but felt like a real compromise when I started to set up the virtual choirs, actually feels like a bit of a gift now, because it's allowing people to find their voice and to have some bravery around doing things in their own home and using their voice in different ways. So it's really quite joyous to be able to provide that in a very safe space for people. Also to understand that the room that I'm providing is a room where people not only sing, but they feel heard by one another. They feel welcomed into the room. They feel so at ease because they recognise faces. It's really difficult to process the emotion that's coming back at you when everybody's muted. And again, this past week has really proved to me just how much I rely on hearing the human voice and the empathy and the emotion behind things that are said. You can't have that in an email. It only comes from speaking to somebody. So a huge shout out this past week to the people that I spoke to on the phone every day, and they truly helped me get through my wobbly moments. When our voices wobble when we sing, it's often because we are full of emotion. And do you know what? That makes our singing all the more powerful and all the more authentic. So I think the thing for me this week is I won't be afraid of wobbles. I am learning to let go a little bit. And when this episode is over, I know that I will truly treasure speaking to my friends on the phone. So if you spoke to me this week on the phone, truly know that you helped in so many ways. It was lovely to hear your voice, and I really look forward to making it a weekly occurrence where we can truly catch up on the news as we would have done in years gone by. I can remember growing up and we had a telephone line, and phone calls were free on Sundays, and my mum used to spend a long time on Sundays just phoning people and catching up and finding out how they were. And there we are, the power of the human voice to help us get through wobbles. I hope you have a really good week. Look after yourself and stay well, and pick up the phone and give that special somebody a call, because they probably would really like to hear from you. I loved hearing and speaking and reaching out to my friends this week. It made all the difference. Lots and lots of love. Have a super week. Bye-bye.